it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. And today we are doing a lovely, juicy reading on what do they wish you knew. And I do just want to say right out the gate here that this is a really great topic where even if you don't have a specific person that's on your mind, you could potentially still ask the card something like, what do my spirit guides wish that I knew? Now, with that being said, I'll put the picture up. Allow yourself to meditate, be drawn to whatever piles or whatever stacks you're drawn to, and I will see you at your reading. Holy smokes. Okay, so pile number one, you're a smoke show. First of all, like this person, you are very, very highly attractive. This person is highly attracted to you on multiple levels. I mean, are you even like seeing these cards right now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards that came out here in this spread. We have the Emperor and the Empress that came out first and right next to each other. I mean, wow. And then we've got the two like feminine planets of love, Venus and the Moon. I mean, this person loves you, dude, like on a lot of different levels. I feel like you are almost this like fantastical dream here to this person. And maybe that's something, especially if you know you're asking about somebody that's very grounded and, you know, practical, then that's something they may want to like discuss with you is like, listen, I'm so drawn to you. I'm so attracted to you. It almost just doesn't even seem real. And that just like kind of throws me off here. Now, this person just feels like you are so amazing. Like you just have everything. And they really do think that you are their person, their partner, in whatever way that they relate to that concept, you know, whether they think like, oh, yeah, we're soulmates or we're meant to be together or, you know, you're their twin flame, whatever it is, that's how this person really thinks of you. I think this person maybe literally does dream of you, and they dream of a time and a place and a world where the two of you can be together and hold hands and be in love and really have the whole kit and caboodle going on here. They really think that. But, you know, when I was shuffling these cards, I kept hearing the song Who Knew by Pink. And I'm just going to say like the part that I was getting, because it's like, if someone said 3 years from now, you'd be long gone, I'd stand up and punch them out because they're all wrong. That last kiss I'll cherish until we meet again, and time makes it harder. I wish I could remember, but I keep your memory. You visit me in my sleep, my darling. Who knew? That sounded like very robotic, but she feel like that's the part of the song where she really feels it like in her emotion, and you should totally listen to it because it's like this person really is just like overflowing with emotion from you. They can't hardly like contain it. But what I'm getting from that is maybe the last time that they saw you, they didn't realize that that was the last time that they were going to see you, or like however it went between the two of you, it really like surprised them. There was something kind of shocking. It potentially went a way that they didn't really realize. But it's like, if I would have known that that was the last time I was going to see you, or that that's the last time we were going to be together in a certain way, I would have done things differently. I would have said things differently. I mean, this person probably would have tried to get you to stay, or they would have opened up more, or they would have been more strategic, because this person really just thinks that you're everything here with the Empress. They really do. And they don't quite even really know what to process that. I'm also getting that this person doesn't know like what to do or what to say to you in order to bring about peace. But this person is looking at things here through the lens of peace. And they might even be looking at you as somebody who has brought some kind of like that was meant to usher in peace, but it's like through teaching them a lesson. And I'm not even sure you quite realize that you are doing this or that you've done this, but it's like the buffalo, the white buffalo woman, she is like really no nonsense. And I feel like there's a quality to you that is really no nonsense. You're kind of, I'm hearing like you teach people how to treat you, and you maybe taught this person how to treat you. It's actually, I actually really like that about this person, because I think that they appreciate that about you. They like you standing in your strength. They like your no nonsense attitude, but at the same time, they still see you as being really feminine. Regardless of your gender, they still see you as being somebody who's very loving, very romantic, very beautiful, and very abundant, somebody that they really could have it all with. And another thing that's really coming through here is that I feel like this person could have potentially been afraid to touch you. Like, they're just afraid that if they touched you, they would ruin something. Like, maybe they were afraid that if they touched you, they would hurt you. Or that something here that they value would go up in flames. Something that brings them like actual money or value. Could be a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship that they're maybe potentially already in for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody. Maybe it's like a work relationship or something here like that. But this person really did have a lot of fear. And I feel like they would want to tell you that they've gone around and around in their mind about this, both when you guys were together, like maybe physically together, but maybe together as a couple, or in whatever way you were together. This person was like kind of going around and around in their mind about this, like what to do about your connection and the way that they felt about you, how to go about like your relationship. And this person had a lot of fears and illusions about that. And I feel like it made this person kind of like, sit back. Like, I kind of feel like this is your person's energy here with the moon. So this person could be a moon dominant. They could be very emotional, this could be somebody here from your family that you're asking about, or there's something, the moon, I'm just going to say what the moon kind of represents to me. It's like home country, being very loving, maybe even being like very reflective, very well known, being very nurturing, something here like that. So this person could have some kind of quality here with that. And there's something here about this person's hands, like them not like holding back from touching you, or something like that. Or wanting, or maybe even like I'm hearing smoke signal with the hands. Like maybe this person was trying to signal something with their hands. I don't know. So, but it's like this person has so much intensity towards you. They wanted to come towards you, but they were actively holding themselves back because of fear and illusions. And there is like kind of a fantasy element to this. And I feel like this is something your person would kind of be aware of like, this is like too good to be true. There's no way this is real, or something here like that. And they're just trying to kind of sort this out here for themselves. And they're worried that maybe this is all like fears or illusions, or that they're not seeing things clearly, or something like that. Yeah. So this person, they were trying to be, I feel like they were trying to be strategic here about your connection because of the way that they feel about you. This person thinks a lot about how you should be treated, like in conversation, in relationship, in a family dynamic. They think a lot about that. And so they're trying to be like strategic here. And maybe they feel like they messed up and they held back too much, and then you didn't know how much you meant to them. And now they're trying to be strategic, because I feel like this person is actually wanting to come back into your life. I do feel like this person watches you. And again, it's like just through this lens of like, this person just adores you. They just think that you are just the bee's knees, like the coolest person. You got so much going for you. And if you don't feel like you have so much going for you, first of all, I think this person feels like you do. And they just, I don't know, they just see so much like potential here in you and in your relationship. And this is like loving feelings with the Ace of Cups. This like Venus and the Moon and the Ace of Cups, this is like, this person's attracted to you. Don't get me wrong. Like they are very attracted to you, but this is less like just sexually voracious. And this is like a well-rounded, like kind of a love. Your wish fulfillment. And this person wants that wish fulfillment here with you. And yeah, I feel like this person watches you in some capacity. Like if you're friends on social media, they like to keep up with you, see what it is that you're up to, see what it is that you're posting. This person really likes what you post. They like how you communicate. And you may actually communicate about like Venusian things or moon related things. So about family, about nurturance, about emotions, about connections, something here like that. And I'm also hearing like for some of you, you've helped this person navigate a certain situation, maybe like make a certain decision. And I think this person feels like they're at a crossroads. And maybe that's another thing is like this person, I get the sense that there's a fear that something would be ruined. So, they had to make up their mind. They feel like they're at this crossroads where it's like if they choose to be with you or to follow their feelings with you, well, then that means that they're choosing, like they're going away from something that's, another, like it feels like really honestly life paths. And yeah, so this person, they're not making any moves here toward you, but they just think so highly of you. This is one of those readings where I feel weird giving it because it's just, I'm just sitting here like gushing about you and like singing your praises. And yeah, I mean, this person is seeing this. They potentially, there's something here about an extreme change in fortune. So maybe this person feels like you would usher in an extreme change in fortune, or that you've had a major change in fortune. Or they have, and they're looking through that lens. But that's definitely an energy here that is like strongly coming through. And yeah, there's also this question that hangs over of like, is this the siren kind of like leading me off of my path? Is there something that's going to be destroyed? And this person, let me tell you, they think about that for you as well. This is not a selfish energy. This is somebody who's mature, and somebody who, even though you're bringing up all these like almost like fantasy, like love feelings. And I don't know if this is mutual, but like, you know, you bring this up, this person is loving you in a way that's mature and appropriate is kind of what I want to say. Like, they think about you. They don't want anything to get ruined for you. They don't want anything to get ruined for them. Yeah, I think they really are thinking here a lot about this. I mean, the Emperor and the Empress, come on, this is like a married couple that has everything. So some of the actual messages that came out, we've got, I miss being around you. I'm very attracted to you. You hurt my feelings. Maybe you're coming up as not just like the Empress, but the Fool here. I feel like you're very refreshing. Even though you have the Empress is somebody who has everything, right? Like in all arenas of life, very well developed in a lot of different arenas of their life, is very well rounded. But then the Fool is somebody different, eccentric, exciting. So it's like you're not predictable. Even though you're somebody stable and you have a foundation, you're not predictable. You're somebody exciting. You're somebody going your own way. Maybe you're somebody that's pushing the boundaries. And you're also somebody who's free. This person feels this sense of freedom around you. And I am hearing like the word escaped. Yeah, so maybe you hurt their feelings when you left, or by not feeling like this person, not seeing a similar eccentricity in this person or something like that. You scare the shit out of me. I mean, this energy, honestly, like it sounds so amazing, but it would scare the shit out of anybody, because how can you put any weight on this? You know, I feel like that's always this question here in the back of this person's mind. Like, is this too good to be true? And certainly some aspects of it are too good to be true, because we're all just human, you know? But yeah, I feel you're unpredictable. That's this Fool energy that's coming through. And I think you are hot. Hot to trot. Yeah. This person just really, I don't know, maybe you just met this person. Okay, so that's another possibility here. Like, if you didn't leave, then you just met this person and they're just completely taken by you. And maybe that's like, you know, it's this experience of, you know, like when you have a crush on somebody, like that's what this feels like. It just feels like, oh my gosh, that person's so cute. And you're just kind of trying to look at them out of the corner of your eye, but just like not get caught doing it. Like, you know, that's what this feels like. So maybe that's all I'm describing here is like, you just met this person. And then if that's true, where you just met this person, I mean, you just came out of left field and this person was like, there she is, or there he is. There's my person. You know, I've been praying for this. I've been waiting for this for so long that then, oh my gosh, now that it's in front of me, I'm getting a little bit afraid. But this person also has this quality where they bide their time. And it's interesting because it's fire, you know, and fire, this is like a contained fire energy that's coming through here for this person that you're asking about. So very sexy, very, somebody who is, again, I think they have this kind of eccentric quality like you. Fire is very active, very dynamic, very adventurous, but this is very, like, obviously, I think this person's coming up as the Emperor, but, if they weren't going to be the Emperor, I feel like this person would come through as the King of Wands. You know, somebody who has like electricity through the wire, figured out how to put their fire energy, like contain their fire energy to where it's not destructive. Because this person is, look, and oh yeah, that's the thing about the fire here too. So all this passion, this is a person who understands fire energy and how to work with fire energy. And again, it's because they're the Emperor, because they are also so like well-rounded in themselves. They also have, you know, they understand earth, which you would use to contain the fire, you know, or something here like that. So it's like they understand that their fire energy can be destructive. All fire energy can be destructive if it's not utilized correctly. And this person is very aware of that. That's what I'm saying. There's like a maturity that's coming through here from this person. So you represent a different path to them, I think, like, yeah. Or getting off this path. Maybe like you differ from the plan or the strategy that they thought that they had for themselves overall in their life. Because this person, that's maybe another thing that they wish you knew, is like they are they have like an overall plan. They are very strategic, and they have like kind of a way that they have thought that their life was going to go. And yeah, you just represent a deviation here from that path, or like a happy surprise, honestly, that does kind of stress this person out. They don't feel like you see them though, and it might be because you're very much in your own space. Like both of you are actually very independent, but you are actually very much in your own space. It feels like you're on some kind of a new adventure here to this person, and they're just watching. And I think they really enjoy watching. Like I honestly think that this person could be content just watching, you know? They really delight in you, is what I want to say, pile number one. They really do. They're happy for your accomplishments and your achievements. They're happy. This is someone who's like happy for you. So yeah, this is what they wish you knew. And I don't know why I want to remind you this, but I just want to remind you, like, this isn't the totality of everything. This is just the part that they wish you knew. So maybe things did go weird for you. Maybe things went kind of awry here in the past, but this is like, this person just wants you to know that they love you and that they think very highly of you, and that they just think that you're everything and you have everything to like offer a person, and they know that people who are in your life are really blessed and valued. And I just get the sense that this person held back too much. Maybe this person is very traditional, and part of them holding back is just sitting in that I'm kind of like everybody else energy. But in doing that, they really didn't communicate something here. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's really what I'm getting here for you guys. This, I feel cheesy. Maybe that's like what this person would say too, is like they just feel cheesy feeling this way about you. They don't know how to describe this because they don't want to feel like an idiot. Because even just like, me explaining this to you, I feel kind of like an idiot because it's just like so nice. It's like this is like a raving review, and I don't know. It's like, this is like overwhelming. Like how wonderful this person thinks that you are. So yeah, and they watch you. I feel like this person keeps up with whatever it is that you're doing in some way. And this doesn't feel creepy either. This is very much a person who can keep a lid on it, and they can manage themselves, So that's what I have for you guys, pile number one. If that resonated, good for you. I feel like you're doing great in your life, and I think a lot of people like you, pile number one. I don't just mean that in a romantic sense. I feel like you're just a delight. You're like a breath of fresh air. That's kind of what I'm getting here from your energy. Yeah. You're so interesting and different and unique. But I do feel like for some of you, if you're not new to this person's life, or this is like a brand new connection and you guys like have the crushes on each other, then maybe this person feels like you judge them and like left the situation. But you would have done it gracefully and nicely and in a happy way. You wouldn't have been like, you're terrible, and then just like left. You know what I mean? So that's what I have for you guys, pile number one. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye. number 2, what does this person wish that you knew? Okay, so I feel like this person wishes you knew that they are very defensive about how they maneuver through the world and maneuver through life. And that's because this person takes a very self protective stance. And the reason that they do that is because of some goings on here in their early home environment. And the other thing that I'm noticing is as soon as I started into this reading, my voice like dropped down to a really soothing tone. And I'm just very aware of like the sound and the energy and the psychic space here. So I feel like one thing that your person wishes you knew is that they really prefer to be spoken to like gently and, with care and consideration and with love, because this person is actually very sensitive and very emotional beneath the surface. And they really do their best not to let this show. And I'm hearing not to let anything kind of like leak out, because I feel like in this person's early home environment, if they let any of their strong emotions show, like even letting somebody know that they liked something or that they cared about something or that something really got under their skin, I feel like that was used against them. And so they just are used to trying to mask all of their emotions, but they feel very, very deeply. Now, another thing that this person wants you to know is like this is a person who's really been through a lot in their life, especially in the realms of family and work. And I feel like this person, either they're in an unhappy work situation currently, or they just want you to know that they have been in many unhappy work situations that actually mimic that early childhood environment. Now, let's actually talk about that dynamic here, because I feel like this person was very afraid as a child. And if it was a person that they were afraid of, I feel like it was a father figure that was always just kind of like looming over them. But if it wasn't an actual person, then it could have just been like there's something about the routine and the structure here that really had this person fearful and afraid. There could have been addictions here in the home, but I feel like it led to this person that you're asking about feeling very confused. So it's like they feel afraid and then they feel confused, and it kind of puts them in this like paralyzed, sort of like dizzy kind of a state. So I feel like this person may have a lag. So they're very emotional, but then they have to process through their emotions, and there may be kind of like a lag in terms of this person knowing how they feel, especially if they're feeling very intense emotions, something here like that. So this dynamic of feeling afraid and feeling restricted or feeling bottled up and maybe being very confused, I feel like has shown up in this person's work life in some way, in terms of like the type of bosses that they've had, or even just like the structure and the rules and the order of whatever companies they work for has given them that same feeling of this like tyrannical father figure, or this home environment where they weren't entirely safe. Now, another thing is like this person, like I said, they've really like been through it. And I feel like this person has they are very adaptable, but it's almost like unhappily. They're unhappily adaptable because they wish that they could have some kind of like safety and security. And I actually think that that's something that this person, it really draws them in here to your energy. And this person doesn't want you to think that they only like you for your success or that they're a gold digger or something like that. Like we have down here, my intentions are pure. But you're kind of a wish fulfillment here for this person in some type of way, because they're actually drawn into the fact that your energy is very grounded and very stable, maybe in terms of these like exact things, like in terms of family and in terms of work. And this person really does appreciate that. Now, for some of you, for a lot of you here, I actually do think that there is a spark of attraction here towards you. And there's also other feelings here as well. But I do just want to say, like, not for everybody is there that feeling of attractiveness, but there is definitely a feeling of appreciation. And I think that like this Katesh pleasure card in this deck is all about enjoying the good life, actually valuing, enjoying the simple, sweet pleasures of life. And this person, there's something about you that does that very well, or like that's how this person sees you, and you make them want to connect with that energy within themselves. Now, another thing this person wishes that you knew about them is that they don't really feel good enough. I think this person struggles with low self-esteem, and that may not be something that's readily apparent to you, because I feel like this person has fruited. They have bloomed or they've blossomed here in some way. But remember I said there's like this lag to this person kind of catching on to the fact that they have changed, because I feel like this person has had to put in so much work, and I'm hearing grunt work. Like I actually feel like this person has a lot of grit. They have a lot of tenacity, and they've had to work really, really hard to make like a little bit of leeway, a little bit of headway here and there in their life. And they've just been doing that so steadily and consistently that I feel like it's hard for this person to look up. That's why I feel like this person appreciates that you have this lightness about you, this stability, this ability to kind of enjoy the good life. Because I feel like this person has really kind of had to work, and they've really had to adapt like a lot in their life. And don't get me wrong, I feel like this person's actually really proud of this. Like they're proud of the strength that they've built for themselves. They're proud about what that says about who they are and how determined they are. They just wish things could be a little bit easier. Another thing is that it's almost like this person only they see what isn't filled in, you know? They see like, yes, like they're starting to come together, they're starting to bloom, things are starting to like really be beautiful, right? But all they can really see is that they have so much further to go, all the things that they aren't yet. Because again, I feel like this person is used to being like nitpicked, picked apart, always compared upwards, you know, by a parent in their household. It was always just this like, they were always drawn attention to like what it is that they lacked. So it's just a part of this person's mindset. I do feel like this person is working on overcoming that, but I feel like they're shy, and I feel like you know, they're very like self-contained or something here like that. There's also a part of them that is fearful that they're not worth the effort, you know, maybe in terms of like a relationship space or a family space or something like that, you know, that, yeah, like the fruit won't be as sweet. But I'm hearing the darker the berry, the sweeter the sweeter the fruit. And I feel like this person has really been through a lot of like darkness here in their life. I do feel that this person, they're really drawn into your energy. They see you as a friend here too. Like there's a lot of overlapping feelings here for this pile, you know? This person sees you as somebody here from their past, and they do see you as a wish fulfillment here in some way. And for some of you, it's like you're a wish fulfillment in terms of like a boss, somebody who is fair, somebody who's reasonable, somebody who is like steady. Something here like that. And I will say though, like for a lot of you, there's an attraction here, and maybe this person is denying it, or maybe it's just, this person could potentially be with somebody else as well. But this person is confused. Remember I was saying it's like they're very emotional and they have a lot of emotions, but then they get really kind of confused here about their emotions. And it really comes down to the way this person deals with their emotions, because they don't just express them, because again, that was like a very dangerous thing. So this person is very confused here by the Page of Swords. They're very confused here about the past. Maybe they're confused about like your position or what your intentions were with them here in the past. But this person does have like very good feelings towards you. They also feel like a lot of people respect you because of your stability, because of your attitude. I just feel like you have this calm, confident sort of a presence, and this person really craves that. And yeah, so with this world energy, I feel like maybe you're very talented and you're very skillful, and this person is very inspired by that. They're just drawn to you here in a way that's like very healing. Pile number 2, like you have a very healing energy here. And maybe you are like the man or the woman with the plan, or like you have this, how do I describe this? Because this person maybe feels like they have like talents and things. They don't, their plan is unfinished. There's this in and out energy with the Knight of Wands. So maybe this person is kind of like in and out of your energy. Or there could be some kind of frustrations here. But the Knight of Wands a lot of times is a sexual card too. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like there's something here that flares up for this person and then kind of tamps back down, and then flares up for this person and then kind of tamps back down, you know? But again, they're kind of like masking all of this within. So this person would tell you that they're not in the best of work situations, or that they haven't been here in the past. They've really struggled a lot here in terms of their stability. And that really does come from like some kind of instability in their early family environment, that they didn't have the best start here in life. They could live away from their family. Or they feel estranged from their family here in some way, and maybe that has contributed. There's some kind of loss around the family space, and that's contributed to this person having to kind of over adapt to things, not really get a lot of rest, not really be able, this is kind of making me want to cry, not really be able to enjoy the sweetness of life and the simple pleasures of life, because they've just always had to really strive. And this person is getting to a place where they can rest. They have kind of like a plateau here for themselves. But it's weird because it's almost like they're the last person to know. And I am hearing that song. I can't remember who sings this song, but it's like, oh, it's Britney Spears. It's like an early Britney Spears song. Don't let me be the last to know. Don't hold back. Just let it show. I need to hear you say that you need me all the way. Yeah, something. Don't let me be the last to know. So maybe that's how this person feels about you, or maybe that's how you feel about this person. Like, if you have all this love and appreciation for me, don't let me be the last to know. But it's kind of this person's MO. Maybe that's what they want to address, is like, I'm sorry, I just don't show my emotions. I have all these emotions for you. And I don't know how to process them right. I just heard I'm effed up. Like, but this is a person who's actually, it's strange because I feel like this person works on themselves. But at the same time, they don't see how far they've come. They only see like how far they have left to go in order to maybe be their like version of perfect. This also could be a very spiritual person here as well. And this person doesn't know what they want, maybe from you or like from this situation. So over here, we've got my intentions are pure. And I feel like that kind of shows up here in this person's confusion. So maybe, especially if this person is with somebody else, or it's for some reason like inappropriate for the two of you to be together, it's like, even though this person feels attracted to you, they feel confused about that, you know? And maybe that's why they're suppressing their emotions. There's some kind of disconnect here with this person feels all these emotions, and then it's like it bottlenecks, and then this person has to kind of process their emotions, and then it catches up with them like a couple months down the road or a year down the road, depending on how backed up they are in any given period, you know? So it's just this person kind of is in a state of confusion about you and about what they want with you. And I think that makes this person feel safer, because I'm hearing it's safer for this person to feel confused about their feelings for you than to have a strong feeling about you. But I do think that every once in a while, a strong feeling, maybe of anger, because we do have you hurt my feelings. So especially if like there's something here about a work situation, or maybe when work goes hard for this person, then they're more on edge and they feel anger here, and you could potentially be a safe person, and then they take it out on you. So occasionally they'll feel a strong sexual urge or a strong like anger urge or something, and then that confuses them even more. This person almost, it's like a defense mechanism that this person tries to kind of freeze their emotions in a confusion state. But we do have, I'm very attracted to you. So I do feel like there's some level of attraction there, definitely as like a boss or like some kind of employment energy, or as like a stable force in their life. They're just really like a moth to the flame. They're just kind of drawn into your energy because it represents like everything that they just haven't had in their life. And yeah, I miss being around you. And we do have, you hurt my feelings. This person, again, you're showing up as somebody here from their past. I feel like this person doesn't fully understand you, pile number 2. And if you know this person from work, then it's like maybe, you know, they haven't gotten to see you in other arenas. They don't fully understand you. I do think that they feel like you're sexy, and you're powerful, but you're also sweet and loving and nurturing, you know, and you care. Maybe you have a position of power or authority, but you care. And you are very sweet and you are very nurturing. And again, I just feel like that combination of being somehow materially stable, but also like very nurturing, it's literally like just the missing puzzle piece for this person. They just really haven't had that. They're also feeling like this has ended here between you. You could have gotten in a fight and this person is confused or something. I don't know, or something here was said that maybe hurt their feelings, and then they're confused by an ending. I don't know. They feel like maybe there's been an end to the simple sweetness or something here in this connection. But again, maybe this person sabotages. Because I keep coming back to this idea that it is just safer and easier for this person to freeze their emotions or confuse their emotions instead of actually feeling their emotions. And that's part of, I mean, in a way, it's like very adaptable. It's like very resilient. Because I don't know, it's a strange kind of an energy. But this person makes steady, slow process here. Yeah. I feel like this person thinks that you're very hardworking and you're very noble about that, and you believe in your own efforts. You potentially could be very chivalrous, and this person's like very drawn into that here as well. Maybe you have very traditional values. There's a lot of pentacle energy here. Yeah. Maybe you have a family business or something, or your business feels very much like a family atmosphere. There's just a lot of comfort in this pile. And that's what it is, like your wish fulfillment. But then there's something blocked here, like with under the Cups, like there's something here. And this, look how defensive this person is. It's like you're a wish fulfillment and they're drawn into it, but they're also blocked off here. And for some reason, for some of you, there's like a reason, like somebody's with somebody else and that's appropriate, to be blocked off. But yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like nauseous in my stomach right now. I feel like this person has like a lot of emotions and stuff. But again, also this person, I do feel like there's been some kind of a release, and this person is maybe making some kind of like headway, or they've gotten stable in their life. Yeah, there's like leader group energy here. So I'm just getting confused because I feel like I'm getting sucked into this person's energy where it's like, at first, this reading was so crisp and so clear where it's like, yeah, I mean, this person wants you to understand a lot about them, that they're sensitive, that they've been through a lot, that they struggle with low self-esteem. They don't really see their beauty or their value or their worth or how much they bring to the table. They find you to be inspiring for all these reasons. And then like here towards the end, I feel like I'm just kind of trailing off and I'm like, what? Like I'm looking for more here to like find, but yeah, and I feel like it's just because I'm getting sucked into this person's energy, but they like the give and take, especially on an emotional level with you, because your energy feels nice and it feels really safe for this person to dip into because of how stable you are. And I feel like that represents a wish fulfillment for them, either in a workspace or potentially in a romantic space. Like this is a person where if this is romantic, then I mean, I feel like this person just feels like they can have everything with you. And it's something that may, their mind kind of calls them towards you for that reason. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. I hope this made sense. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys. Pile number 3, what does this person wish that you knew? Okay, this person wishes you knew that you are a game changer for them. And I'm hearing you really threw a spoke in this person's wheels because they were just kind of going along, doing what they always do. And then in comes your energy, and it's really kind of stopped them in their tracks. And they've had to do a lot more thinking about themselves and about what they want for their life and what they're capable of. And honestly, about you and about the two of you together. And it's really something that this person is not used to. I feel like this person in their past, they have had a lot of very casual, flirty, fun relationships. They could have had a lot of friends with benefits type situations. And that is really what this person feels like kind of works for them. I feel like in their past, they've had a real focus on, like their passion, energy, but also growing their money, growing their network. Growing their friend circle. And like I said, that friends with benefits kind of situation really is like kind of cropping up. But even in those types of situations, it feels very divided. It feels like very categorized or compartmentalized in this person's mind, where even if they're hooking up with one of their friends, it's like I'm hearing never the twain shall meet. So it's like they hook up in the evenings, but then in the daytime when they're out and about, like amongst other friends, like probably people can't really tell that they're hooking up. Like that's how this person prefers it, because this person doesn't want to get too attached. They don't want to get too emotional. They have their focus on other things. I feel like this person might be kind of fun, playful, casual, witty, jovial, like very good tempered. And they feel like you are that way as well. So in being confronted with your energy, this person really likes you, dude. Like they like you on a lot of levels. And this person, they like your banter, they like your conversation, they like your back and forth. They feel like you match them on a lot of levels, and it's really kind of made them think that maybe you are their soulmate and that they want to be around you. And that's really unusual here for this person. So they also wish that you knew that they pressed pause. Like they're not coming towards you, or they're not hitting on you, or they're not making a move on you. And it's not because they're trying to leave you out in the cold and they don't care about you. It's actually the opposite. It's because they actually really like you and they really do care about you, and they don't want to cause you anxiety, and they are taking an honest stock of the fact that they have this other side to them that, is like really just casual, doesn't like to take things too seriously, doesn't want to be like tied down. They're taking all of that into like serious consideration here in regards of you, because truly, even though this person, like they just tend to like a more casual, light setup when it comes to like their romantic situations, their sexual situations, their intentions are pure with you, and they don't want you to release them. They don't want you to get angry with them. They don't want to make you fearful about what it is that they're doing. So they're really kind of asking themselves if they are capable of having a relationship. And I'm hearing you make me want to leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship. And in that song, it's an Usher song, and he says like, think about a ring and all the things that go along with you make me. So this person thinks a lot about how it is that you should be treated, and this person feels like, they really want to make sure that you are respected and taken care of in a relationship with them. They really do not want to hurt you. They feel like something about this is very sacred, and they feel very protective here about this. This is a person who also, even though I feel like I don't know how well you know this person and how long you've been around them, because I feel like this person may actually be very suave, and they really don't have any problems with making the first move, and almost like, I'm kind of hearing like almost even mindlessly, like if this person I think they might be kind of charismatic or something. So if they feel that connection or that chemistry with somebody, they'll just naturally kind of make a move, but they're not following that protocol with you. And I feel like this person worries that you might think that they're rejecting you or that there's something wrong with you, when in reality it's like the exact opposite. And this is a person who I think would want to ask you permission. It's like they want to ask before they hold your hand. They want to ask you to go to dinner. They want to ask before they kiss you. They don't just actually want to be making like the moves that they're used to making, because like I said, I think this person thinks an awful lot about how you should be talked to and dealt with and treated in a relationship, and what things you might want. I mean, this person is kind of accessing a side to themselves where they're really considering this, your wants and your needs, and even like in the long term. And I feel like that's really unusual for this person, not because they're like a bad person. I'm really not getting a bad person vibe from this. I think that in their past relationships, they did feel like they were considering other people's needs, and that the people that they were hooking up with kind of had a similar viewpoint or like similar needs as they did, they wanted a friends with benefits situation too, and they weren't hurting anybody with that situation. At the same time, I feel like this person would have no qualms putting up a boundary and saying, no, like, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, a relationship. If somebody did start to catch feelings, because they were kind of like, hooking up or something like that. So this person does worry that maybe they've caused you some anxiety because of how it is that they are. Now, this person also has a lot of fears about relationships, and for some of them, it just comes from observing what I'm hearing, what relationships have done to people. Like, this could be a person where they feel like their friends used to be cool and now their friends aren't cool anymore because they always have to stay home and there's so many rules. Or they could have potentially watched their parents' relationship, and maybe one of their parents is a very free spirit like they are, and then they kind of maybe felt like their parent was like squashed, or the soul was sucked out of them or something like that. That's possible for some of these people, but they feel like relationships just restrict people's freedom, and this person doesn't like that. They want their freedom, but at the same time, like with this sacred energy, I'm hearing like to sacrifice is to make sacred. So it's like this person, and I'm literally hearing marriage vows where they said like, do you take this person like, and forsake all others? Like, this person's kind of recognizing like, well, if I do that, if I commit myself to pile number 3, like forsaking all others, like I actually feel like there's something to be gained from that. There's something here that could potentially be unlocked. Something that this person worries that they're not worthy of or that they're not capable of, because again, it's like you kind of are what you practice. And I'm also hearing that phrase where it's like, you fall back on your instincts or you fall back on your training. And this person's instincts is definitely to be very kind of lightweight in regards of relationships and to not take things too seriously and to not get themselves tied down. And then their practice, their discipline, their training in relationships also has been, they haven't practiced being committed or being faithful or anything like that. So this person really has to wonder a lot about themselves and their behavior and what it is that they're capable of. And I do feel like this person maybe wants to talk with you about all of these things, but they don't want you to change your opinion of them, because this person really does like think very highly of you. And I mean, this person, they don't want to cheat on you and then break your heart and have you release them in a fit of anger. I feel like that's this person's kind of worst fear. So they're recognizing that something needs to change for themselves. And I feel like this is happening maybe later on for this person than it typically happens. But they just think that you are like perfect. They really do think that you're the bee's knees. Now, I didn't quite finish my thought earlier when I was saying that this person really feels like all relationships do is restrict. And I do just want to mention that for some of these people, there actually is like a traumatizing relationship experience from their past with a specific person that they think about, and this person they thought was like everything, and this person like really did appear very innocent on the face of them, and then they really went about trying to like restrict and control and play with and like bind this person, and it's something that really has stayed with them. And when they got out of that situation, they were like, no, that's never going to happen again, and they kind of projected that onto like whoever they date, like all men or all women or all people in general. They just kind of projected that out, like that's what a relationship is, and people just want to kind of like trap me. And this is reminding me of I think it was in Donna Cunningham's book, The Pluto Problems, that she makes this very strong statement. I'm not saying I believe this, okay, but she does make a very strong statement in that book where she says after 20 years of reading astrology charts, she just does not believe in unplanned pregnancies, because either the man's chart or the woman's chart that's involved, somebody has an active Pluto transit, or some Pluto is doing something big like around the relationship. And Pluto, obviously it's like sex, but like secrets and kind of maneuvering. And she found that like through questioning and things that usually one of the partners felt like they couldn't hold down the other partner. Either they didn't feel like, again, this friends with benefits type situation where they didn't feel like they could be with this person on like an actual partner level, or that somebody is kind of a free spirit. They don't want to get tied down. She said that she noticed that pattern where one of the partners had just overtly said that they weren't looking for anything serious, or somebody felt like the other person was out of their league. Usually it's those type of situations that she noticed those kinds of things were happening. Again, I'm not saying I believe that. I think accidents legitimately happen. I just thought that was very interesting that she observed that, and that also that she put that in print. I just think that's a very like strong statement to make. But anyways, I feel like this person may have because they have such this like free spirit energy, and I do think that maybe they're very charming, they could be very successful, they could have a large network, they've like maybe focused on building up their money and their resources and things like that, then yeah, a lot of people probably do have cause for wanting to try to be with them and trap them like by any means necessary, you know. It wouldn't surprise me if this person did have experiences like that, and even if they had one or two significant experiences like that, you can tell how that would really make somebody wary, or really stick with you, of having your no disrespected like that. And yeah, so this person is just kind of thinking on this, they're doing a lot of thinking. Also, this person wishes you knew that they recognize that something needs to change within them, and you've really been the catalyst for that change. And it's brought up a lot of unworthiness, like I could never do that, I'm not cut out for that, something's wrong with me, you know, something here like that. Also, I feel like this person has been planting a lot of seeds with the Seven of Pentacles, and it could be in their financial life, it could be I feel like this person's waiting on something to kind of like fruit or flower or come up for themselves, and they really are putting a lot of attention here on that. And I feel like it's something that you can't quite see, and honestly maybe it has been in this person's character or this person's behavior. They've actually been working on things, but it hasn't shown yet that they have been working on it, and so they're worried maybe that you can't see that here. I get this sense with the Page of Cups here that this person's kind of like thinking that they need to grow up, but again, like this person has this like very fun kind of casual side, but they're thinking about loving you, and they're thinking about like, you know, I'm hearing like all these thoughts, right? Like, well, I always said like when pigs fly, you know, I would do that. They're thinking about the spirituality of it. And then this person looks kind of dressed like business casual, and it's very opposite of this Page of Cups energy. They could be thinking about just how far they have to go. But for the first time, pile number 3, it's not an unpleasant thought. They can kind of see themselves growing into that role with you and being happy and being fulfilled. And I think for a lot of it is that you're not boring. Like, you have a really good banter. You maybe are very funny or very witty, very smart. You have worthwhile things to say to them, and they think you're amazing. And I do feel like this person has been having regrets. It could have been like how they've treated you here in the past, making you feel like rejected or shut out, or that they didn't care about you. Or it's like they've been having regrets that they haven't been practicing, you know, having a relationship or identifying like a good partner, practicing these other skills. Because I feel like now that this person, it's like they found you and they want to make things move with you, and then they feel like they have to start all the way from square one, where it's like, okay, well, how do I ask some, like, I can't just do my like suave like player moves that I usually do, or they don't want to do the same thing with you that they do with other people. They want it to feel different, but they don't know what that is. So it feels like really starting over from square one. And I feel like this is a person that usually feels very confident in that space, and being very charming and knowing all the right things to say, and where to put their hands, and, you know, like just how to move kind of around conversations and social situations very nimbly. But then with you and wanting this, they don't want to make a wrong move, because they want this relationship to end up in a place that they're not typically used to steering the ship, and they just have never been in that harbor before, and they're kind of kicking themselves because they're like, well, if I had walked down to this harbor a couple of times before, even, I wouldn't feel so like, you know, like, listen to me. I'm stuttering now, and I'm usually like pretty fluid in my speech, and it's like, then I wouldn't know. And this person's just really afraid of kind of coming off like dumb, or you, I think even like with this person, they're worried that you might pick up differences in their speech patterns that let you know that they're nervous, or that they really like you, or something like that. But this person feels like you are really, truly everything, and that you deserve to be respected more than you have been. And that could be by them, or this person may have noticed in relationships they might not have liked. If this person knows you, which they very well could, because you might like hang out the same friend group, this person feels like you don't date. I'm hearing you don't date the right people. You don't date people that see your worth and see your value. And this person just thinks, my God, like, you are like everything. You are just like the most specialist cream cheese sandwich. I heard you're the most specialist cream cheese sandwich I've ever seen. I don't know what that means. But again, it's like this person's kind of stumbling all over their words, and they're trying to give you a compliment, and they're trying to make it sound interesting, and, you know, and I don't know. This person is like kind of all over the place here. So they're having just a lot of these fears. They're having a lot of these fears. And this person maybe has pushed you away in some regard, and or they've left. And it's just, if this person did leave, or if things have really stagnated and you felt like left out in the cold by this person, they kind of kick themselves about that. And it's because the fear like bubbled up within them. And that's like goes back to what I was talking about the fearful avoidant thing, you know? And fearful avoidance can sometimes want to do all the relationship things without having the relationship title and the relationship commitment, because it just kind of like takes the pressure off of them. They don't like to feel backed into a corner. Or like there's a bunch of expectations on them, because the expectations that have been put on a fearful avoidant early on in their life were usually very conflicting and really out there, like really just hard to achieve. You know, a lot was expected out of them, and it usually wasn't age appropriate. They weren't treated like a child; they were treated like an 18-year-old. You know. Or something like that. It just like was not age appropriate. So when I was shuffling to get these messages out, I kept seeing more. So we have my intentions are pure. I think you're amazing, and I've been having regrets. Also, when I was shuffling, I saw I get so jealous, and I feel like this person does get really jealous. And again, that goes back to them thinking about how you should be treated. They feel like you probably don't like that when people get jealous, and that they want to seem mature. This person really does want to seem mature, and they want to get a lid on their like passionate kind of nature. They want to be able to handle it, and they want that to be a plus and a benefit for you. Like this person wants to have really good sex with you in a way that makes you feel safe and pleasured and enjoyed. And I feel like this person kind of feels like they are good in the bedroom, and that, well, at least if I can't do all these other things, it's like, well, this is something I'm really good at. And they want to like, you know, showcase that and bring that kind of to the table. We have, I'm very attracted to you. And I saw another one when I was flipping through this, and they're really worried that you don't trust them, or that because they're worried they're not trustworthy. And it's not because they don't want to be, and that's what they wish you knew. It's not because they don't want to be trustworthy. They want to be trustworthy for you. They want to be able to go the distance with you. I'm hearing like, I really wish I was just that guy, or I was just that person. I really wish that I was, but I know myself, and I really have like these doubts, you know? This person may have gone through a difficult time here, and they're like had this new day for themselves, and they're really like thinking positively about that here as well. Oh, I love your body came out before too. That was one. I feel you are unpredictable, but I don't know if that's you or them. I think that's them actually thinking about themselves. They're like, I think I'm unpredictable. I'm a wild card, like even for me. I have been thinking about you a lot. I admire how hard you work. There's a lot of admiration and respect here from this person's energy. And just notice this, because I feel like this person's actually the King of Wands. In the spread that I'm using, this is like your energy. I feel like you kind of have that in common, because but this person's like looking through their own eyes at you, and then I feel like this is kind of your energy, or they're worried that it is. And notice how she's in the red and he's in the red, and I feel like this person wants to kind of lift you up. This person doesn't feel like you've been treated well, like treated how you should be treated, you know? Wow, you are beautiful. I will be back. So if this person left, it's because they're doing something. They're going to build something up here. Maybe they're building up their coin, or they're starting this new day or something like that. And for some of you, I'm hearing like they want to get some practice in. Maybe they want to like try to take a couple people out on dates and see how that goes. I'm not saying that that's right or that I agree with that. I think it's hurtful on a lot of fronts, but I think this might be how this person's thinking about it, because they want you to see them as their, I'm hearing like as your potential partner. That's what they want you to see them as. You feel my creativity. Don't forget about me. And you hurt my feelings. I've been thinking about you a lot. Maybe you turn this person down because, you know, maybe they did ask you out and you're like, what are you trying to do? Round out your baker's dozen girlfriends, like, you know, or boyfriends, whatever it is. And it really hurt this person that you thought about them that way. I wish you wouldn't push me away. Yeah. And this person wants to be taken seriously by you. They don't want you to think they're a joke, like in terms of a relationship. But then this person kind of at the back end of things, they kind of think, well, I kind of am a joke. Like I haven't really tried to do this before. So this person's all mixed up. They think you're really skillful, very talented. And they notice that you have this like high strung kind of an energy to you where maybe you're both fearful avoidance, but yeah, where you like, maybe you're a perfectionist, or you never think that you're good enough, or like I'm just hearing like you're plagued by doubts, and this person just thinks, my God, you're the most beautiful thing. Like you have no reason to feel like, in this person's eyes, they feel like you have no reason to feel unworthy, and they just hate that you could have gotten that impression of yourself from anyone, like for any reason. Like they just hate that, and they really want to be there for you. They really want to take care of you. And I do feel like this person feels like I'm hearing like they do want to take advantage of this opportunity that is you, that's come into their lives. I really do feel like this person feels like you're their soulmate, or their twin flame, or you're like their gift from God or something like that. I mean, this person just thinks there's something very sacred about your connection. It's honestly very beautiful, but I get this sense that you might have felt rejected or pushed aside, put on pause here from this person. And yeah, and if this person was trying to like push down their connective energy between the two of you, I feel like they really, really regret that. First of all, like I'm feeling like really regretful, and like, oh my gosh, I'm hearing them say things like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, what was I thinking? Like, they might fear that they missed their chance with you. But I think it's because they were just trying to ignore it. But then the longer they spent away from you, the more they couldn't ignore it. So yeah, this is honestly, it's beautiful energy, even though I feel like maybe you are not feeling the greatest around your treatment or around the way this has been handled. Because this person could have walked away from you. They could have left you hanging in some sense, especially emotionally. And for some of you, I am getting that something could have happened, like just a kiss, or I don't know. And then this person got all weird, So I don't know. Take that how it resonates. But that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 3. That is what this person wishes you knew. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.